Hey everybody, this is Maya's Musings 2023, and we just want to thank you for joining us on our commute conversation. No, I am not driving. I am parked. Maya in the back there, she's the star of the show. If you also want to follow us on Instagram at Maya's Musings 2023, we would love to have you join us there as well, where you can kind of see our day-to-day household antics with a Great Dane. Today I actually wanted to educate you about bloat. So you may already know what bloat is, but bloat is a condition that is basically when a dog's stomach maybe gets blocked or filled with gas. That stomach actually becomes really large and it's able to then flip on itself. If it flips, it's going to cut off things from passing through as well as circulation. And if you obviously cut off the circulation, you are going to be having cell and tissue death. So really what I wanted to talk to you about was the preventative fix for bloat. Great Danes, if you don't get any preventative, the Great Dane breed is very prone to bloat. In fact, over their lifetime, 39% chance of getting bloat. That's a really high percentage. Now, there are certain dog breeds that are known for it. It's ones that have kind of like deep barrel chests, like your Newfoundlands, your Irish setters, boxers. They're all really known to, or can be more prone to bloat, but Danes are known. This is kind of like their number one killer. So really what I wanted to talk to you was real cost of a gastropexy. A gastropexy is a preventative surgery for bloat. So when I first got Maya, I was very interested in getting a gastropexy. They typically do it at the same time that your Dane either is spayed or neutered. Obviously, the less that your dog has to be put under, the better. So when Maya had her heat and turned over a year old, we ended up having her do the elective gastropexy along with the spay. When I first researched about gastropexy cost, I was seeing estimates like $400 to $800. Our area, that was not the case. When I first started calling different vets around the area, most would not do a gastropexy. They would only do the spay. So I really had to go out of where we live. I had to travel about 2 hours away to find a veterinary clinic that was willing to do the gastropexy. When I walked away, they did give me an estimate, and the estimate was not $400, which would have been amazing. It actually ranged, I do have the actual numbers because I brought my documents. So I remember when I walked away, I was like shell-shocked a little bit. But it ranged from $1,977.37 to $2,161.37. Actual bill ended up being $1,446. So again, that did include the spay. But when I looked at the vet bills, hi baby, there's Maya. Hello. Hi. The actual gastropexy cost $1,071. So it was significantly higher than the $400 estimate that I had seen. Now, with the gastropexy, all they're really going to do is they are going to go ahead and suture or stitch that stomach to the abdominal wall, and it's going to prevent it from turning. If you don't opt for a gastropexy and your dog ends up with bloat, first of all, bloat is a very fast killer. Unfortunately, my mom's Alaskan Malamute, who was 10 years old, ate dinner like any other night, and went outside to go to the bathroom and rolled on her back, just kind of like, you know, how dogs itch their back. That must have just been enough to twist her stomach, and she ended up having bloat. It was the longest drive to a veterinary clinic within an hour, under an hour. So by the time she ended up having bloat and by the time we got her to the veterinary clinic, it was just at an hour, and she already had massive tissue death, and they weren't able to do the surgery. They would not put her under because they didn't think it would actually work. If it had gone through for surgery, they were going to charge $8,000. Now, again, it's an emergency veterinary clinic, so you do have higher prices typically at those emergency 24/7. However, when you think about the preventative of just over $1,000 and the actual cost of the surgery, which is $8,000, obviously it's significantly cheaper to go ahead and do that preventative. If you can prevent your animal from having an awful, painful situation occurring that is typically fatal, I mean, you know, sometimes money can't buy happiness, but in this case, it really does buy peace of mind to know that, you know, Maya hopefully will be safe, hopefully, from having that major situation occur. Up to that point, before we did get the gastropexy, it is really advised that Great Danes don't exercise heavily before or after they eat. So I just thought it was pretty important for you to kind of understand some real numbers versus what the numbers were when I first did these searches on the website. So with that said, it was a success. The recovery was pretty quick. She obviously couldn't go and jump up and down onto the couch or the bed for, I want to say it was about 10 days. Really, we probably took a little bit longer. You're not having them go up and down a lot of stairs. You're not doing, well, you have to limit their exercise and you are to walk them on a leash. The last thing you want to do is have that tear. So we found it to be really helpful, but I did want to give you some real numbers just so you can kind of put that away. If you are interested in getting a Great Dane, you know, save up. The insurances will not cover that if it's a voluntary procedure, which that is considered voluntary. The other thing I think you should kind of be aware of, hi Maya, you're staring at us, is the fact that not every single veterinary clinic does it. I was not aware of that until I was turned away by many. So I hope this is helpful. If you do find this channel to be helpful, or if you just like to look at my little floppy chops back here, sweetest little squish face, we would love for you to like and subscribe and follow. And again, we would love to see you over on Instagram as well at Maya's Musings 2023. We hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks again for joining us on our commute conversations.